Okay, so I wanted to hop on here and do a quick video reviewing the Heatless curler thing that I got from Kitsch. I think there's a lot of different places that sell them. They're all pretty much the same. This is satin. Feels like there's some foam in there, and then maybe like a little like thin piece of metal that you can kind of mold around easily. But I've been using this for a couple of weeks now, and I've been getting mixed results, but overall I like it because normally I don't actually do much with my hair. So if you're someone who's lazy and doesn't ever do anything with your hair, this will probably maybe work for you to make it look like you've actually put some effort in it. But if you're the type of person that like curls your hair and wants to get those like perfect curls all the time, I don't know that this will be for you. But I mean, maybe it could give you some curl and then you can come in after it and like fix it up, but I'm too lazy for that, so I just kind of go with whatever happens. And there was one day that like my curls turned out just beautifully, like the best hair of my life. But it's been kind of hit or miss, and like sometimes one side will be good and the other side won't be as good, but overall like it does work, like it gets your hair curly. But I will note that you need to play around and figure out how damp, or think about like how curly you want your hair, because depending on how wet your hair is when you do it, that will affect the curl. So that's what I'm gonna try today, actually. My hair is a little bit damp. I wanted to do it more wet than this, but I got distracted scrolling through my phone, and I was like watching a couple of videos on people using heatless curlers and lost track of time, and my hair got drier than I wanted it to, but it's still pretty damp. Like it's definitely damp enough to make some good curls. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one side with it just damp. And so it won't even be with it all the way wet. With all the way wet, I came out with like 80s. I felt like I looked like a 80s, like a woman in the 80s. It's like a businesswoman, and she'd had like the hot rollers in her hair and like just this big, cause my hair looked like short, like it was up to here because it was just so curly and a little bit frizzy. So I probably, unless you have long kind of heavy hair, I probably wouldn't recommend doing it wet. But I don't know, just try it out, try out different things. I actually think that my best is probably gonna be with it dry, which will be really easy for me because I won't have to worry about like waiting to see like, okay, I know I don't want my hair really wet, but just a little bit wet, so let me wait for it to dry a little bit. And I won't have to worry about the timing of it or whatever. It'll just be like, all right, it's dry, let me do it. That's what I'm gonna try out now. And I worry because I have like, no, whatever, I'm just gonna do it. So here it is. It's really, I like it's simple. I've also tried out socks, and I may like stitch on the results of me doing it with socks, but with socks it's basically the same thing. So you don't have to actually go buy one of these. You can try it out with socks. There's lots of videos on YouTube showing people how to do it with socks, but basically you just take a hair clip it onto your head just so it stays while you're doing it. And these videos that I just watched, I'm glad I didn't watch these before, because they seem to be making it a lot harder than I've been doing. And again, I'm lazy, and so I could probably put a little bit more effort into this and have better outcomes, but I don't feel like the effort, like the time and effort of like doing all these crazy things to wrap it around is worth it to me, because I'm looking for something simple and easy. Like that's my main goal in this. So I was just kind of like wrapping it around at first, and I actually watched one video a while back where this girl showed a different method that's not quite that simple, but it's I like it actually. I like it better than that. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So basically all you do is you divide your hair in two, just split it in the back. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm sure mine's not like exactly in the middle back there, but like I said, we're going for easy and not taking very long. So you just split your hair in two, and then I split this piece in two. So basically I've got this half of my hair still over here, and then I had this half, and I just split it in two. And then I mean, I'm not like, that's probably why my results have been inconsistent, because I'm not like super, you know, trying to do it perfect. But basically, I split it in two, and then what I do is I just crisscross this over. Now, I've seen these girls, I thought this one girl was doing what this was, but she was making it like way more difficult. I just have these two pieces, I crisscross them, I go underneath and I crisscross them, I go on the top and I crisscross them. I mean, it's just like, I'm not braiding it, I'm literally just like crossing them around this thing. And one issue I've had is with the ends. Yeah, I may want to stop. I may wrap this one a little bit more, because I've been having an issue with the ends getting kind of frizzy because it's like curled too much. And what I've been doing that I like to do, so it came with this and then it came with two scrunchies, and so I just like flip this piece up and then just put the scrunchie around it. Like, I've seen some people just like, I tried at first to like move the scrunchie up the thing, but my hair's so short I end up having a lot of the little roller thing left over. So this is what I do. I've seen some videos where people do it with a robe, and that would probably be kind of cute and easy to do, but I don't, like a robe strap, but I don't have that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and this is gonna be my more damp side, and then I'm gonna let this side dry and try to get it completely dry, and then come back and do that side. Okay, so it's been a few hours actually, and I've had this side wrapped up, and then I've left this one kind of loose to dry, and literally the thought just crossed my mind that like if there is a massive difference, that it could be because this one has been wrapped several more hours than the other one. But I'm gonna leave both of these overnight, so this should be plenty of time for you to get a good idea of like what this one's gonna look like. And I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference with the difference in time, but whatever, that's what happened. Couple of things I was thinking about. So before I do this, one thing, I saw a video, and this is kind of brilliant. Not brilliant, but like pretty smart. So one girl, like, so whenever you split your hair in two in the back and then you're just working with one side at a time, it looked like she had taken, I just saw like the, what do you call it, the thumbnail of the video, but it looked like she had taken this side and like wrapped this around it. And I'm like, okay, that's smart, because it'll hold your hair to the side and also keep this thing from slipping around your head. So maybe you don't even need this clip if you do it that way. But I don't know, that was just something I saw that I thought was smart. And also I just wanted to kind of show you, that way you get like an idea of what the sock method is. I mean, I'm sure you've probably seen this went around TikTok or whatever. But you can like take a sock and like stick it. I mean, basically you do the exact same thing, and I'll just show you real quick just to give you an idea of like the sock method. But the way I've been doing it is the same. I've seen like other videos of people doing it all different ways, like putting like 4 or 5 socks on, but I watched a video of this girl that just did the 2, and like I'm all about, like I said, this whole thing for me is about like trying to look as best I can with as minimal effort. So I've just been doing it with 2 sides, just like the other thing, and you just kind of stick the sock up on your head, and then again you just crisscross over the front. And it's a little bit harder, like, I don't know, I guess you could put a clip up there, but you can just hold it up there and then just crisscross it around the sock exactly like you do with the other thing. And I've also had some good results with the sock. So, and then I just do the same thing at the bottom. I'll take a scrunchie and just fasten it or whatever, and you've got a sock in your hair, and then your hair dries on it and it's curly. So I mean, you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money. You could probably use anything, any sort of something you can wrap your hair around in your head. But I like that these are a little bit thicker, because I've used some of those like rods before, the thinner rods, and I feel like my hair just gets way too curly with those. And I feel like I've had better luck with this, with it being a little bit thicker. And the sock as well. The sock is about the same thickness. So with that being said, my hair is completely dry now. And I'll have to remember which side is which. I'm pretty sure I'll remember this is the dry side. So same thing I did before. I'm just going to split this half of my hair in half and then just kind of put this thing in between and then just go back and forth. And I will say I've seen people do it with the bathrobe strings, and it looks kind of nicer because it just looks kind of like you've got a ribbon in your hair, and it doesn't look kind of as strange as this does. But yeah, that's an option too. And I think especially, I think oh, I forgot my scrunchie. Let me look for my scrunchie. I found it. And you don't have to use scrunchies either. Like, I think you could use regular rubber bands, like when you're doing the sock or whatever. I think the scrunchies are probably better than like regular rubber bands just because it's a little bit softer on your hair, and maybe it won't leave like kinks in it. But again, I am not one to go for perfection, so, but this came with a scrunchie, so I've been using it. And normally I will leave some of the ends out, because I just, when I first did it, I curled like my whole hair around it, and it just, the ends looked weird, and I don't know, I just kind of prefer with the like straighter ends method. And then so here you go. You know, you can try to like make it look a little bit better, but you know, if you're okay with walking around your house like this and you're not gonna see anybody, this is totally fine. And I will say, as far as sleeping, doing this method where you just split it in the back, like, I don't even know what the back looks like. I've never looked at it from the back, but sleeping is fine. And I'm even like a semi side sleeper, and with these, like, they just kind of, they're not, I don't put them in there super tight, and I take this out too, and this kind of like pretty much stays without the clip for me, but they seem to like move around pretty well whenever I'm sleeping. The socks were a similar thing. I feel like this is maybe a little bit more comfortable to sleep in, but it hasn't really, sleeping in them hasn't really been an issue for me. So I think that's all I got for this now. I will go to sleep. It's like 8 o'clock right now, so I'll probably be going to bed pretty soon, and I will wake up in the morning and show you how it went. Okay, so it's the next morning. Slept on this, it was fine. Like I said, these are pretty comfortable just to sleep in when you just have it kind of split on both sides like this. So yeah, I guess I'll take it out. And it was gonna be a surprise because I feel like every time I do this, my hair looks a little bit different. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So let's see how it goes. I guess I'll go ahead and do this side first. I don't expect this one to be as curly as the other side because this was the one that I did with dry hair. My hair was completely dry when I did this one. And so, yeah, so even with, that actually looks pretty good. So even with completely dry hair, I've still got some pretty good curls. Let me lower this a little bit. So yeah, I like that. So if these turned out like this other side is probably gonna be a little bit crazy. Thankfully, I'm not really planning to go anywhere today, so let's see how it goes. Yeah, see the difference? This is like way up here, and then this is just a little bit more loose and relaxed, which is what I think I prefer. Like, I don't know, I've seen some girls on YouTube that kind of like the really curled up look, but let's run my fingers through this and see. I mean, it's not bad, like if you're wanting this look. And like throughout the day, my hair doesn't really keep curl very well, but these tend to stay. I mean, they definitely loosen up, and I think look a little bit better, a little less frizzy. Like, see, I don't know how to do the ends. Like, I think if I was gonna like really try to look, like, I don't care, so I'm not gonna like fix it up. I will go out like this, but if I were like gonna try to look good, I may take like a straightener just to the ends or something, because I haven't figured out really how to make the ends look good. But yeah, I'm super happy with this side. It's not the best, like I said, I had that one day with this that it was just like, as soon as I took my hair out, it was just perfection. But I'm in there if you're into that really curly. And if you have longer hair, like, this might look good. And this was also not with my hair completely wet. Like, if my hair is completely wet, like I said, that one day it was like poof and like insane curls. Like, the curls were just like I said, like kind of big 80s hot roller style. Actually, this does not look that, I mean, it doesn't look that bad. I think if it was someone with like thicker hair, like my hair is pretty fine and kind of thin, so I think that this kind of soft one looks a little bit better, but I don't know, that's just me. This one looks a little bit frazzled when I have like the big curls. But these will soften up, and it'll look fine. I'm not really planning to go anywhere today, so it doesn't matter, but that just gives you an idea of like the drastic difference you can get just by how wet your hair is. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just stick with doing mine with completely dry hair from now on, and just going with that style for a while. Maybe if poofy 80s hair comes back in, I'll know how to do that too. So that's the results. The other day I filmed a video taking out the socks, so I think I'll go ahead and clip that on to the end of this, so you can just kind of see with the socks you get a similar result, so you don't really have to go out and buy anything special for it if you don't want to. But you look a little less crazy using this over the sock, I feel like, and it's a little bit more comfortable to sleep in, so it's kind of up to you. So there you go.